welcome everybody to the National iRacing League's Full Speed Fridays Championship race presented by GMS 3D. We got you coming live. Cars on the track qualifying. We got Keith Fonseca, one of our championship contenders, on track. Got 130 laps tonight. Want to thank Threat Level Midnight for sponsoring our championship races, our playoffs. Looks like Keith might have made a small contact with the wall. Yeah, that lap did not register, so he will. That one, he's going to have to get a better result on this lap. Here he comes to the line. That lap must not have registered either. I got Kevin Bernheimer, driver of the number 28 Brad Keselowski Checker Flag Foundation Ford Mustang. Hi there, CJ Angel in the chat. Cam Barnes taking the pole right now. DJ Trout claiming the top spot. Here comes Kevin Bernheimer. Sixth fastest for Kevin for his opening lap. Trying to improve upon that, coming down to 4. Bernheimer to the pole. Fast qualifier, Kevin Bernheimer, so far. Riding along with Jeff Radke, another one of our championship contenders. The Threat Level Midnight driver of the number 3 Chevrolet Camaro. Looks like he might be the only threat level driver tonight. Last night, 3 of them were battling for the championship. Kyle Spees came out on top, another threat level driver. Here comes his opening lap. Sails it off into turn 1. Maybe a throwaway lap for Jeff. We'll see how this lap turns out. Seventh fastest on his opening lap. Off of 4 to the apron. Here he comes. Third fastest for Jeff Radke. Here's our last championship contender, Ryan the Tiny Horse Johnson. He's got a new hot rod tonight. The Mountain Dew Summer Breeze Ford Mustang. Sails it off that high side. Think that these drivers are throwing away that first lap, trying to get everything they can on lap 2. Off of 4 to the line. 9th fastest on his opening lap. Only 13 drivers so far. Oh, Ryan made contact with the wall. Not good for Ryan there. I know he's probably pushing it, trying to get the most he can out of that second lap. More contact with the wall. We're going to have to send an ambulance for Tiny Horse to make sure he's okay right there. Got a couple minutes left of qualifying. Our championship contenders are highlighted with just their last name, Jeff Radke. He's third. Kevin Bernheimer, he's sitting on the pole. Ryan Johnson, the number 38 Ford Mustang driver, he's sitting ninth. And Keith Fonseca in your number 61 Converse Chevrolet Camaro. It's a good-looking hot rod. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of action on it with that tonight. Those 4, there's no points to worry about tonight for the championship contenders. It's going to be decided on the track who finishes in front of the other 3. Just going to come home with the hardware. Michael Gitchell's got them awesome 3D printed trophies that he will be sending out to the champions. We did crown Keith Fonseca our Dirt to Daytona champion on Monday. Last night, Kyle Spees brought home the truck championship. And tonight, 4 drivers are going to decide the fate of the championship for the National iRacing League's Full Speed Friday nights. It's going to be an exciting race. We only have 13 drivers, but they're going to put on one heck of a show. Got a little over a minute left. Yeah, oops there, Ryan. Yeah, he was saving that good lap for the race. He didn't want to waste it in qualifying. He's used to driving from the back with all them EOLs he's had all over the season. He just EOL'd himself with that qualifying lap. Let's see if we can't get one of our championship contenders up here. Kevin Bernheimer, you got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Oh, man, what a qualifying lap. You put down one fast lap there.
Yeah, it was a good one. Hopefully I got a few more to back it up.
Yeah, so there's no points to worry about tonight. You got any strategy? You don't have to tell it to us, but you got something in mind?
I'm just going to try to stay up towards the front and hope for the best here towards the end. Just ride it out.
Yeah, not a big crowd tonight, so you're going to be able to see your championship contenders pretty easily tonight, just because of the crowd not being so big, not a big field.
Yeah, for sure. Not a lot of cars out here, so we got us 4 and a few add-ons. We'll see how it goes here.
All right, man. Well, good job on that pole, and then unfortunately, there was no points for that pole tonight, but good job, and we'll talk to you after the race.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was Kevin Bernheimer, your pole sitter. Some of the drivers just aren't in Discord, so we will not be able to bring them up. I'd like to bring up our championship drivers if we could sometime, but we'll do what we can. Like we mentioned, we'll go over our qualifying. Kevin Bernheimer, your pole sitter, with that 29.999. He just cracked that 30-second bracket there. Luke Smith outside row 1. Jeff Radke and DJ Trout make up row 2. Jeff Radke is another championship contender. Row 3, Jeffrey Ramsdell and Cam Barnes. Row 4, Richard Crane and Joe Turkle. Ryan Johnson and Michael Gitchell make up row 5. Ryan Johnson is the man to beat tonight. Keith Fonseca and Timothy Cook make up row 6. Keith Fonseca is another one of our championship contenders. He's giving everybody a little bit of a head start, starting from the 6th row tonight. John Peterson, you're riding shotgun on the field. Our stage tonight is going to be on lap 50. Yes, Ryan is the man to beat every night. If you beat Ryan Johnson, you did something. He doesn't give it to anybody. You work for it if you beat Ryan Johnson. Looks like we got a new paint job for Luke Smith tonight. Good looking hot rod there. Oh, Joe Turkle making contact with the wall. Don't do that, Joe. The first lap, the race car pole sitter will start the race on green, and every restart after that, they got control of the restarts when the pace car does drop off the track. But the opening green flag, they have to wait for the green flag to come out. Green flag is out. Kevin Bernheimer, Luke Smith with a great jump there on that outside lane. Luke Smith with the run off of 2. Luke Smith taking control. He's got DJ Trout there battling Kevin on the outside for that second spot. Jeff Radke, one of our championship contenders. He's already got Ryan Johnson breathing down his neck, making that pass. That's a championship battle right there. The butt kicker was decided last night. Jeff Ramsdell and Josh McKinney were battling for that butt kicker bracket challenge, and Josh McKinney did edge out Jeffrey Ramsdell for that last night. Still got quite a battle for second here. DJ Trout does overtake Bernheimer. Bernheimer does have Ryan Johnson hot on his heels now. You got your championship contenders, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th right now. Will the other drivers race the championship contenders differently tonight? We'll find out. DJ Trout trying to make a pass for the lead. He drops low. Luke Smith still controls that at the line, but here comes Trout and Bernheimer. Ryan Johnson getting around Bernheimer, gotten into third. Ryan Johnson getting around Trout. This is for second. This is the battle for second. TJ Trout, Kevin Bernheimer, Ryan Johnson. Bernheimer makes the pass, brings Ryan Johnson along with them. Looks like that inside lane is where to be at right now. All the passes are being made down low. Johnson getting around Bernheimer for second. They keep swapping second place. They let Luke Smith is loving that. Keith Fonseca's moved up to fourth. Quietly marching to the front. We've seen him make contact with the wall on his qualifying lap and negated it, but that hasn't stopped him. Ryan Johnson trying to get around Luke Smith for the lead. Didn't make the pass, so that opened the door for Bernheimer to take the pass on the outside. Here comes Johnson. They say they make about 34 to 36 laps on the tank of fuel. The stage break is at lap 50, so I would guess that a lot of these guys will be pitting around lap 25, splitting it in half. Johnson got around Bernheimer. Fonseca looking to make his way up there. Bernheimer got back around Fonseca. What a race so far. Ryan Johnson right in Luke Smith's tracks. They don't have to win the race to win the championship. They just have to beat the other 3 drivers they're racing with. Currently, Johnson is sitting up front trying to make the pass on Luke Smith. Ryan Johnson trying to make that pass. Who's going to beat him to the line? Luke Smith still led that lap, but here comes Ryan Johnson, Bernheimer, Fonseca. We're 2 by 2. Johnson couldn't complete that pass. Excuse me. Luke Smith continuing to lead this race while all the action has been behind him. Luke gets a great run off the corners and nobody's been able to make the pass yet. Ryan Johnson has been trying. He's been all over that backside, high side, low side. Jeff Radke's gotten around Keith Fonseca. Looks like Jeff Radke's trying to get around DJ Trout now. Now he's going up with Trout trying to pass Bernheimer. DJ Trout making the pass for third. Ryan gotten around Luke Smith. Ryan to the point, leading that lap. Finally found a way around him. Now DJ Trout and Bernheimer trying to get around him the same way. Ryan Johnson opened the door. Everybody else wants to follow. Like I said earlier, we could be starting to see at any lap now, we could start to see pit stops, green flag pit stops. Ryan with over a half a second lead already over DJ Trout. The battle now is for second. Trout's trying to get around Luke Smith. Nobody yet has made their way to the pit lane yet, but I can see it starting here any lap. Oh, Jeff Ramsdell, Joe Turkle, first takers. Looks like John Peterson may have retired early. Ryan Johnson on pit lane. Kevin Bernheimer, along with dragging down Richard Crane. So we'll see how long Jeff Radke and Keith Fonseca stay out there. Are they going to do the same thing? They're going to pit this lap? Or are they going to try to stretch it, try a different strategy? Wally Babb in the chat. Rooting on his teammate Jeff Radke. Jeff on pit lane that time. Everybody taking tires and fuel. Luke Smith and DJ Trout still battling for the lead. Keith Fonseca, he's going to try a different strategy. Luke Smith making his way to pit lane. Keith never wanted to do the same thing everybody else does. I kind of thought he would try to run it longer. There's Luke Smith coming off pit lane. Jeff Radke, Jeff Ramsdell. Luke Smith had a little bit longer time on pit lane, it looks like, but Keith Fonseca to the point. He's your new race leader. Sonia rooting on Keith. We got a little bit of everybody representing in the chat. We got CJ Angel rooting on Ryan. We got Wally rooting on Jeff Radke. And we got Sonia rooting on Keith. I was told that they get 34 to 36 laps, so Keith should be coming down pit lane here in the next couple laps. Surrendering the lead over. Ryan Johnson is leading right now. All the cars that have pitted, your top three have not pitted yet. Keith Fonseca, Cam Barnes, and Timothy Cook. Cam Barnes right behind Keith there. I can tell you that Kevin Bernheimer is right behind, behind Johnson. He's be running second, but he is almost 2.5 seconds behind Ryan Johnson already in that pit stop exchange. Is Keith going to pit this time around? We got Timothy Cook on pit lane, surrendering the third place. Not this time by. Maybe the next lap. You see Ryan Johnson right behind these two. He is looking to get his lap back on the track. A different strategy here for Keith. Oh, he's taking another lap. I was told they get 36, but Keith is proving me wrong. They're 37 laps. Ryan Johnson getting around Cam. That is not for position, but that is, once Ryan gets around Keith, that will put him on the lead lap. Here comes Keith and Cam Barnes down pit lane. That will surrender the lead back over to Ryan Johnson when it all cycles through. Keith Fonseca and Cam Barnes both just taking tires or fuel and right sides possibly. Bernheimer and Radke, these guys are also part of the championship 4, running second and third. We got 10 more laps to go for these guys before the stage break. Keith has cycled out to be about 10th after that pit stop cycle. Ryan Johnson still continues to lead. Luke Smith, who dominated early, fell back to 5th in that exchange of pit stops. Slowly but surely, Kevin Bernheimer has been closing in on Ryan Johnson. Not sure if it will be enough to get to him on at the stage break. Here's a battle between Joe Turkle and DJ Trout. This is for 7th. Michael Gitchell and Jeff Ramsdell side by side. This battle's for 5th. This is for 2nd. Radke and Bernheimer. Radke getting around Bernheimer. That allowed Johnson to spread that, open that gap up a little bit to his 2-second lead. These two had closed it down to a 1.6 seconds. Johnson continuing to open up that gap now. Last time by, Ryan Johnson was a 10th faster than these two. Keith Fonseca's fallen back to 11th with that strategy. He's got Richard Crane hot on his heels. Ryan Johnson coming around to complete lap 50. This will be the stage break here. That's the stage. Ryan Johnson, Jeff Radke, Kevin Bernheimer, your top three at that stage. Gonna re-rack them here. Everybody's gonna get some tires and fuel. I'm sure this is something Keith was looking forward to, seeing this stage break come. Everybody coming down pit lane. Ryan Johnson, Bernheimer, Radke, Smith, Gitchell, Trout, Barnes, Ramsdell, Turkle, Cook, all of them coming down pit lane, getting some tires and fuel, getting ready for the finish. Joe Turkle missed his pit box. Radke beating him off pit lane. Great stop for Jeff Radke there. it's the little things, just the little things, and Jeff Radke was a little bit faster just getting into his pit box and getting off his pit box. And while he was in the pit box, he was almost a half a second. His pit crew was about a half a second faster, getting him out in front of Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson and Bernheimer were almost identical on pit lane. There you have it. That's the difference. 14.5 to a 14.9 pit stop. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go green next time by. Once the pace car drops off, Jeff Radke will have, so he can go anytime now. The pace car is off. He doesn't have to wait. There's the battle for the race lead. Jeff Radke has it. Ryan Johnson wants it. Bernheimer falling back to fourth in that exchange there. Fonseca has his work cut out for him. Keith might have only taken fuel there. I'm not sure if that was a strategy play or if that was a mistake. Well, pretend that that's something he planned on doing. Fuel only for Keith Fonseca. Back up front. Johnson got around Radke. Here comes Luke Smith for second. April Orth in the chat rooting on Tiny Horse. But the battle is for second place. These guys don't want to stay side by side for too long. Ryan Johnson's hard enough to beat. He's even harder when you're giving him a free racetrack. Radke, Smith, Bernheimer. The front 8 has broken away from the rest of them. This top 8 is a nice little 8-car pack. Ryan Johnson, Radke, Smith, Bernheimer, Barnes, Gitchell, Trout, and Turkle. 3 wide going into turn 2. Guess that was turn 1. This turn 2. Off of the turn 2. To the backstretch, there's still 3 wide. Bernheimer's gotten around Smith and Radke. He's setting sail for that tiny horse. Bernheimer was your pole sitter tonight. Whoa, tiny horse a little sideways off of turn 2. Here comes Cam Barnes enjoying the action. Gitchell, sideways. Good save for Michael Gitchell there. He's going to lose some ground, but he was able to control that car, get it back, point it in the right direction. Radke and Smith. Radke's falling back to 5th. I don't believe these guys can do it on 1 stop. I think this is going to be a 3-stop race. Or 2-stop race, I'm sorry. 2-stop race, so it's going to be 3. They're going to break it up into 3 segments the rest of this race. These top 8, like we said earlier, have broken away from the rest of the drivers. Keith Fonseca is leading the rest of them. He's in 9th. Well, back up front, Ryan Johnson, your race leader. Here comes Bernheimer. Luke Smith trying to get around Bernheimer. Radke has fallen back to 8th. Yes, CJ Angel, some really cool paints tonight. The battles for second. Bernheimer, Smith. Bernheimer's gotten around Luke Smith. Don't look now, but Keith Fonseca is closing in on this group. Oh, Turkle and Getchell make contact. The top three starting to break away a little bit. Johnson, Bernheimer, Smith. Oh, Bernheimer got a little loose in that tri-oval. Maybe opening the door for Luke Smith to get around him. Luke Smith making the pass into second. Back here, this is a battle for fourth. Cam Barnes, DJ Trout, Radke, and Turkle. Radke's trying to make his way around a 3 wide, off of turn 4. Radke completes the pass. He's going to try to set his sails for Kevin Bernheimer in third. I expect that we could start seeing pit stops here, green flag pit stops here any lap now, if they are going to try to break it up into 3 different stages, 2 pit stops. I don't think that they can make it on one. Maybe they can. Maybe they're saving fuel. Maybe there's some of them are saving. Maybe somebody is saving fuel for this race, trying to make it to the end. Oh, Jeff Radke on pit lane, as well as DJ Trout. Championship contender right there, Jeff Radke on pit lane. We'll see what Ryan Johnson, Kevin Bernheimer, and Keith Fonseca choose to do. Here comes Ryan Johnson. and Kevin Bernheimer. Now Keith Fonseca, he's the wild card. Will he try to stretch it, try to make this on one stop? I'm not sure that they're going to be able to do that. I'm almost positive that they're not going to be able to do that, but you never know. Joe Turkle's your race leader now. Turkle Customs, if you haven't checked out Turkle Customs Facebook page, their website, I gotta do it. They make some awesome, hold on to it, Joe. I'm trying to brag you up. We don't need you wrecking. Keith staying out there. Ryan Johnson. He's got a little bit of a gap over Kevin Bernheimer. Here's your leaders right here. Oh, Gitchell in the wall. Your top 5 have not pitted. Jeff Ramsdell saving fuel, trying to make it on one stop. Even if he does, is it going to be enough? The cars have fresh tires and fuel. They're able to go wide open. They're not having to save fuel. These guys haven't pitted yet. Here are your current leaders: Cam Barnes, Keith Fonseca, Michael Gitchell, Timothy Cook running 4th, and Jeff Ramsdell. They're gonna need to make it to like lap 92, 93. Here it comes. There's Ryan Johnson to get his lap back. He's on the lead lap now. Kevin Bernheimer is running 7th. He is your lucky dog currently. Looks like Michael Gitchell's making his way to pit lane. Yeah, these guys are going to have to go another 4 more laps, I think. At least 3 more laps in order to make it on one stop. Timothy Cook making his way to pit lane, so only 3 drivers currently. Cam Barnes making his way to pit lane. Keith Fonseca staying out. Different strategies here. We're going to see which one pays off. Keith making his way to pit lane. It's going to hand the race lead over to Jeff Ramsdell. He's going to make his way to pit lane. Ryan Johnson's going to assume the race lead once these pit stop exchanges are all done. Keith Fonseca and Jeff Ramsdell, they're going to have to stretch it quite a bit on this last run, trying to get another couple laps out of their tank. Ryan's not going to have to save anything. He's just going to let it hang out. Right behind him, Bernheimer and Radke. These guys almost 2.5 seconds behind Ryan Johnson currently. They don't need to be racing each other. They need to march towards the front. Ryan's just ever so slightly. There's our pit stops. Let's see. Here comes Radke trying to make his way around Bernheimer. Ryan Johnson's made his way around some drivers, Timothy Cook and Jeff Ramsdell. That is going to be the issue with saving fuel, is these guys that are not saving fuel do not have to run slow laps. Keith Fonseca running ninth. Ryan Johnson still leading. Last time by, you could see that Ryan was faster by about 1/10 of a second. Ryan coming up on Cam Barnes. Just in front of him. I suspect here in the next 5 laps you'll see these guys make their last pit stop. Maybe some of them might pit a little bit early trying to get an edge on Ryan Johnson, but they're over 3 seconds back now. They're going to need a good pit stop and maybe hope for some bad luck with Ryan Johnson, but Ryan Johnson has been the master of getting on and off pit lane all night. Keith Fonseca marching towards the front. He's moved up to 8th. He's going to have to save a lap. These two cannot afford to lose any more ground to Ryan Johnson. Less than 30 laps to go here in tonight's race. And there's a 3-second gap on second place Ryan has created. They're now going to have to get around Cam Barnes, a lapped car. Cam been running in 10th place, 1 lap down. He is the lucky dog. If a caution were to come out, maybe he's saving fuel, trying to make it on fuel without stopping. Bernheimer, Luke Smith making their way to pit lane. This is going to be the end for them. They don't need any more. They'll be able to get enough tires and fuel here to make it to the end. Is that going to force Ryan Johnson to pit here soon? Jeff Radke, what is he going to do? He stays out also. The big question is, does Keith have enough fuel to make it all the way? Has he saved enough? Radke hitting pit lane. Johnson staying out. He had a 3-second gap on these guys. We'll see how that plays out when he finally makes his way to pit lane. Keith Fonseca currently running second. He's going to assume the race lead here now that Ryan Johnson's made his way to pit lane. Radke sitting in 6th, Bernheimer 4th. We'll see how this shakes out. Cam Barnes moved up to second. We seen him getting lapped by Ryan Johnson a few laps ago. He's running in second spot. Keith Fonseca, your race leader. Jeff Radke has gotten around Keith Fonseca. Timothy Cook currently looking to get around, get his lap back. We see that Kevin Bernheimer has made it out in front of Ryan Johnson. He took 2 tires. He's got a 3-second gap on Ryan Johnson currently with 20 laps to go. We'll see if Ryan Johnson is able to run down Kevin Bernheimer for the championship. Will Keith Fonseca have enough fuel to make it all the way? $18 laps to go. Keith Fonseca will have to have gone 40 laps on this tank when it's all said and done. We know that the first stage he went 38 laps. So he's saving 2 more laps this run than that run, than his first stage run. Bernheimer running second in the championship battle. He's less than 19 seconds behind. He's running 1 second faster than Keith Fonseca each lap. That will not be enough. If that math shakes out, he will not have enough to pass Keith if Keith has enough fuel to make it to the end. Keith Fonseca with that Converse paint. It's got the Converse All-Star, the shoes on the side. The Chuck Taylor shoe. The number 61 of Keith Fonseca. Race walking to this fuel mileage race. Bernheimer, 14 seconds back. He's about a second faster than Keith Fonseca. We'll do the lap compares. And you can see he's a little less than a second faster than Keith that last lap. So if the math shakes out, he's not going to have enough time. Ryan Johnson closing in on Kevin Bernheimer for second. We'll go on this, compare these guys' last lap. You can see that Ryan Johnson was faster than Kevin Bernheimer that lap. Ryan Johnson now less than a second behind Kevin Bernheimer. Closing in on him. He's letting it eat right now. He's got 4 fresh tires. He's hunting them down. A man on a mission, Ryan Johnson, tiny horse. We got a man, Keith Fonseca, fuel strategy, trying to beat Tiny Horse. We got Keith Fonseca doing the fuel strategy. Kevin Bernheimer doing the tire strategy, trying to beat Tiny Horse. Ryan closing in on Bernheimer. The biggest question of the night, though, Keith Fonseca, does he have enough fuel to make it the whole distance? He's over a second slower that time by. Bernheimer running them down. Johnson running Bernheimer down. Six laps to go. With 8 seconds to get there. They got 8 seconds to close in, but they're only about a second faster each lap. That's not going to be enough. 5 laps to go. Johnson is there on Bernheimer. This could be for the championship right here. Johnson to the outside. Trying to make that pass on Bernheimer. Bernheimer's not going to go away easy. He knows this is his championship right here. Ryan Johnson makes the pass, though. 3 laps to go. They're really starting to close in on Keith Fonseca. Keith just backed it down. He is about over a second slower. Almost 2 seconds slower that time by. So they are closing in on Keith Fonseca rapidly. Keith looks like he's ducking low. Is he coming in this time? There he is. There's the pass, possibly for the championship right there. Ryan Johnson, your race leader with white flag. Last lap. Bernheimer, a half a second back. He did what he could. He took the 2 tires, threw it all out the window. But Ryan Johnson was just too tough tonight. Ryan Johnson off of 4, your 2023 Full Speed Friday National iRacing League champion. Bernheimer brought it home second. Jeff Radke drove home to a 3rd place finish. Keith Fonseca did everything possible. He did what he could. He tried saving fuel, but he came up a lap short. 1 lap short for Keith Fonseca. We'll see if we can't get these guys up here in the chat. We'll give them some shout out here. Ryan Johnson, that championship car right there. The Mountain Dew. There he goes, doing that reverse. Mountain Dew Summer Breeze. Yeah, Sonia, he needed 1 more lap. I knew that, trying to math it out for him. CJ Angel in the chat rooting on Ryan Johnson. Ryan won fast. Mammer Jammer. Let's see if we can't get somebody up here. Kevin Bernheimer, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Man, you did the best you could there, taking on 2 tires. Talk to me a little bit about your race tonight.
Yeah, it was all about the 2 tires there at the end. That's all I had. The only chance I had. So I stopped. I don't know, about 25 to go, and got them and got out in front of them there. And I could see them coming, man. I was running good lap times. They were super consistent. I wasn't making any mistakes, but he had 4. I just couldn't hold them off. It was a super bummer watching them come.
Yeah. Well, also you had Fonseca out there. Did you know if he was going to have enough to make it or not?
Yeah, I didn't think he was because Jeff was on the same strategy, and he said he wasn't going to make it. And Keith was going way faster than Jeff was, so I didn't figure he was going to make it, but I knew he was out there. I saw him start backing up to us and then run out on the backstretch there with a couple to go.
Well, you have one heck of a great season. You brought it home second in the championship run to Ryan Johnson. That's nothing to shake your head at.
No, I just to lose by half a second, I'd rather lost by 5 laps. You know how that goes.
Yeah, you get you, man. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. You got anybody you'd like to thank while we got you here?
Oh, yeah, just thank you for broadcasting it and stuff, and everybody for a good race tonight. It was really good, clean. Everybody raced real respectful and side by side and stuff. We had a good time, so glad we could put on a little bit of show and look forward to next year.
All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you later. We got the Firecracker 400 next week with these cars, it looks like. So hopefully we're going to have some fun at Daytona.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Hopefully I can make it.
All right, man. That's Kevin Bernheimer, your second place finisher in the championship battle. I don't see Jeff Radke anywhere, but good job to Jeff Radke. Brought it home third. He had a fast hot rod tonight, but nobody had a faster hot rod than Ryan Johnson. Celebrating, doing donuts, championship here. Getting some celebrating in. He was the man to beat when he decided to run with us this season. We knew that 38 was a championship contender. He proved us right. Let's see if I can't bring Ryan Johnson up for an interview. Ryan Johnson, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. Well, hot dog, man. Congratulations. Good job on that run tonight. What did you think about that race?
Oh boy. It was. It felt kind of long.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a lot of fun racing these guys. It seemed like Kevin just followed what I did for a while, and then he made a huge swing at the end with, I think I was told he only took 2 tires and a couple laps before me. I was like, I didn't want to stay out too long. And then I saw Rad keep hit, and I'm like, okay, I need to come now. And I didn't know if I was going to catch him or Keith before the end of the race there.
Yeah. I mean, were you sweating bullets there? Because we knew you were coming. You were bringing the freight train.
I was trying. It took everything I could think of. I started trying different lines. I'm like, oh God, what the hell is going to work the best? Yeah, I was. I caught Kevin, I think, with 3 or 4 to go or something like that, and I'm like, oh, thank God. And then I was like, Keith is still 5 seconds ahead. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, it took somebody trying fuel strategy and somebody taking tire strategy to try to beat you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's not a lot of times that it comes that close. So I mean, they both did hell of a jobs.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You got a new hot rod tonight, that Mountain Dew Summer Breeze hot looking ride there.
Oh yeah, thanks to John Gambit Designs. He whipped this up I think today. He's been waiting on it for a little while.
Yeah, it's a good looking hot rod.
Yeah, I was a little nervous trying a different paint because my Turtle Shell's pitch black scheme all season, and we had how many wins with those, and I mean, people are superstitious about weird things, and I was like, I hope it works.
Well, you still had the purple wheels, though.
Yeah, I can't change those. Those are permanent.
All right. Well, congratulations on this championship one. I know you're gonna get yourself one of them GMS 3D printed trophies. You got a bunch of them now, huh?
Well, not a bunch of his. In fact, I think I may have one of Gitchel's trophies.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be pretty cool. I know I've seen a bunch of people get them, and I'm like, man, I want. Well, if I do have one, I want another. But
yeah. All right, man. Well, congratulations on this championship, and we'll hope you go out there and celebrate it. And good luck. Well, hopefully we'll see you some more on down the line in the future.
Yeah, for sure, buddy.
All right, now Ryan Johnson, your 2023 National iRacing Full Speed Friday champion. And with that being said, we'll go to our results. As we said, Ryan Johnson, your race winner. Kevin Bernheimer brought it home second. Jeffrey Radke third. Fourth, Luke Smith. He was fast there early on. Joe Turkle brought it home fifth. Jeffrey Ramsdale and Keith Fonseca both trying fuel strategy, 6th and 7th. Cam Barnes also 8th. Timothy Cook, Michael Gitchell rounding out the top 10. 11th, DJ Trout. 12th, Richard Crane and John Peterson rounding out the rest of the field. Thank you, guys. This is the final broadcast for Liberty Racing Network. I enjoy racing, and these broadcasts just takes away from my racing. But thank you for all the viewers that's watched over the last couple seasons that I've done it, and I appreciate everybody helping me out over the years. And I'll talk to you guys later on down the line.